Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Drew Tube, and I'm back at you again with another video. Shout out to the Chosen Vessels, the Galactic Family, Drew Nation, and let's get right into it. They watch, stalk, and harass because you are the one who can wake up people. Your mind has to be targeted. There are certain people who are so influential. I'm talking about before social media. I'm talking about just being influential by your presence. I'm talking about just being able to influence people by your presence alone. I'm talking about doing something and having other people want to do it just because you're doing it. I'm talking about massive influence before hopping online. All right, I'm talking about massive influence. I'm talking about you go out to eat, you're sitting somewhere, 15 minutes later, that place is filled. Wasn't nobody even in there before then. Talking about massive influence. People see you dressing around your neighborhood or your environment a certain way, and in the next couple of weeks, you see everybody wearing that as from that day to the point to where you can't even remember when they stopped wearing it. I'm talking about massive influence. All right, I'm talking about people who just affect people in a way to where more people are worried about you than they should be. And if you're the person that I'm describing in this video, you recognize that a lot of people just pay a certain amount of unnecessary attention to you, and it's like everything you do, people are aware of it, they take notice to it, they pay attention to it. That's because you are a very influential person, and you're the type of person that can wake up the people, and they're going to have to try to target your mind. All right, people can see what kind of person you are by how you move through society. And if you're not moving through society the way that everyone else is, all right, if you're not moving through society the way they are wanting you to be programmed to move through society, they're going to know that this person is not a part of the program. This person is not a part of the matrix, and you're going to stand out because you don't live your life according to the way all the other so-called people do. And there are a lot of robots. There are a lot of robots, people who are not trying to exit the matrix, people who are stuck in it, people who do whatever they see everybody else do. All right, people who copy other people and don't see the need to be original. I'm talking about people who are copying people and aren't even aware that they're copying people. If you watch the movie The Wiz, like, this was a perfect example of this. And when they were changing the lights and they were like, the color is red, the color is yellow, the color is green. All right, when they were changing all the colors, like, and everybody else's colors changed, and now that person was wearing that instead, that's a representation of everybody wanting to do the same thing, and everyone caught up on doing the same thing and not being original. So people will see what others are doing, and because the matrix tells you wear this, this is fashion, this is style, this is something that you're supposed to have on, this is something that everyone has on when you watch TV, or when you turn the TV on, or when you go on social media. And sometimes they actually will program people to all wear a certain thing because they want to see if they're being controlled or not. And sometimes people will just, by the world mind, just be doing the same thing that they see everybody else do, because there's a source that we're all connected to called infinite intelligence, and a part of that source is devoured, unfortunately, by the world mind. And the world mind is basically all the things that have to do with this matrix, all the things that have to do with the news, all the things that have to do with social media, the radio, what people are told, what people believe, what people are told and taught to think, things of that nature. And when you're someone who does not go along with those types of thoughts, it shows in how you move, it shows in how you walk, it shows in how you carry yourself, it shows on your facial expression, whether you realize it or not, because you don't, like, awake has a look to it. Someone who is awake, all right, you're going to be able to tell, you're going to be able to look at this person. And that's why people will look at you strange and look at you like something's wrong with you, because you have woken up. You're not stuck in the matrix, you're not asleep, you're not doing the things that everybody else is doing, because they're under a spell, they're under a program. Or you probably don't watch the same things as everybody else, you probably don't take in the same amount of information as everyone else. All right, when you watch videos like this, you're able to grasp a certain amount of information and knowledge that not everybody is privy to. So a lot of people probably would have clicked off this video already, but if you have watched it up to this point, you are aware and you understand. And I'm also going to need you to watch this video to the end of the video. All right. Um, they can tell. So what they're going to do is someone like you who is able to see through the matrix, who's able to think for themselves, who's able to see that they need to think for themselves and that there's opportunities to think for themselves, and that they're not supposed to follow the masses. They're not supposed to join the rat race. They're not supposed to be a part of the crowd. That's you. And there are people who will go through, like, just like there are police, there are spiritual police. There are people who are out here to proxy stalk, people who are out here to gang stalk, people who are out here to monitor, to spy, not just on you, but also on society. So it's like they're not spying on you, but they're also spying on society because they're spying on everyone like you. So they're trying to, and that's what the attacks are about. They want to find the people like you. They want to see what makes you tick, what bothers you, what frustrates you, how you think, because gang stalking, you're under an experiment, and what they're experimenting on is the fact that you're not fitting in to society, and they're going to try to force you back into fitting in because you are influential. If people are wearing the same clothes as you, all right, follow me here. If people are wearing the same clothes as you, getting the same style as you, eating the same things as you, doing everything you do, almost like you're watching a mirror. When you see other people live their life, it's like a mirror to your life. Your mind is a threat to this system. So it's like they have to try to send certain attacks your way so they could make you appear a certain way, so that way the masses of people will not want to follow suit, will not want to be a part of your vision or your goal, or not want to listen to or pay attention to whatever it is you have to say, because they'll think that is something wrong with you, and they want to point the finger at people like us, and they want to paint a narrative about people like us that we don't know what we're talking about, and that there's something wrong with us, so that way people will not listen to us or pay attention to the things that we have to say. But they also have to try to make you look like it's something wrong with you, all right, on the outside level. They have to do certain things to make you have certain experiences, and the way they do it is very strategic, because when you tell people the things that are happening to you, people aren't going to believe it. No one's going to believe that random people, random strangers, are conducting certain types of games. All right, they call it street theater, certain types of games, and it's not like there may be some people out there who are like being followed, or who are being like singly selected out. But not only are like they like on like a CIA, like they got your picture and they're following you. I'm not discounting that, but more or less what I believe it is spiritually is that, like I said, there are entities, all right, lowest level of the Illuminati, like the street sweepers. They're going around trying to clean up, throw people back into this matrix jail mentally. But there are people who are targeting people who are awake. All right, so it's like people who are awake are being targeted in a sense, because ones that are like high level threats, because they can see that you're extremely influential and that people will copy you. People will do the same things that you're doing. People will repeat certain things that it is that they see you do, and a lot of people will be paying attention to you. So if you're someone who's very intelligent, highly smart, you always do a lot of things right, and you find people paying attention to you, you find people copying off of you, you find people taking your ideas. It's like they're watching you to learn, kind of thing. It's like you choose to do something because it's easier for you, and you just happen to be out in public while you do it. The next time you go to that store, the next time you go out in public, the next time you're just out, period, you're going to see people that are recreating the thing that you're doing and doing what it is they see that you did that was easy, that made their life easy. And when they see you move like that, unfortunately, they will target you. All right, they're going to have you on some type of watch, under some type of surveillance, because if people were to copy you, if people were to pay attention to you, if people were to recreate the things they see you do, or to think like you, or to want to know more about you, you would be able to wake a lot of people up. And they know that by watching you, by studying you, by keeping an eye on you. They know that you're going to be extremely influential, and that people are going to want to listen to you. People are going to want to hear what you have to say, and eventually they know you're going to take that leadership role. They know eventually that you're going to be the person that people will listen to. People will take heed to what they have to say. People will listen to the message that this person is talking about, because they are aware the effect, the pull, the magnetism, the charisma that you're going to have on people. All right, you could go outside and hold your phone like me and talk to yourself and not even have a YouTube channel, and people would still be interested in what it is you have to say and be wanting to hear what you have to say. You might feel that it's nosy or call it nosy, but honestly, people just want to hear what you're talking about, because you're very captivating and you're very magnetic. All right, you put people under like magnetism, sleep hypnosis. All right, magnetic sleep hypnosis when they're when they're focusing on you. All right, you hypnotize people. People try to act like they don't see you. People try to act like they don't care. People try to act like they're not worried about you. But people will stand in one spot and act like they're looking at something else. And as soon as you take your focus off them, they're sitting there standing at you like they're watching a movie or something. And I know you can feel their eyes. And I know you weren't born yesterday, so you're able to tell and feel telepathically that's what people are doing. All right, you have a sixth sense, and you have greater abilities than other people. All right, as an empathic person, you could feel certain things that other people just can't feel. All right, you're aware of certain things through it's called high level sensory perception. And like you have, I call it high level sensory reception, because it's like you have a radar, and you're able to pick up on certain things and see what certain people are up to. You're able to tell who's a stalker, who's following, who's watching. All right, you're able to pick up on certain things when people appear to seem to be moving natural, but they're more or less kind of like watching you, studying you, kind of thing, because either they're low level Illuminati stalking street sweepers, or they're just interested and they're captivated. So you're really going to have to learn how to use discernment and decipher between the two. And that's why you'll be followed, that's why you'll be watched, that's why you'll be stalked and harassed, and that's why it will feel like it happens a lot. And that's why you'll always feel like you're experiencing something, because not only are people watching you, not only are people intrigued, magnetized, put under hypnosis by you, but you also will attract the powers that be to this matrix, who are going to keep eyes, keep tabs, ears, nose. They're going to keep everything on you. All right, they're going to keep everything on you but the kitchen sink. And it's like they will monitor people who have a strong influence. All right, they know that if you get the chance to elevate yourself to a specific level, all right, and this is why they have to be a destiny thief. This is why they have to watch, stalk, harass, figure out what you're into. Because if they know you think you just want to be a singer, you just think you want to be a manager, you just think you want to be an artist, you just think you want to be a clothing designer, you just think you want to be a motivational speaker, you just think you want to help the children, you just think you want to help adults, you just think you want to help the homeless, you just think you want to help somebody. But it's a higher cause to what you're doing. And eventually, once you get to that level, you're going to see like, oh snap, I see why I was called for this, I see why I was chosen for this, I see why God picked me and selected me. Because you're going to get to a level to where you'll have time and be able to see things a lot more clearly, and be able to pinpoint the distractions, the enemy, the the things you have to avoid, the things that are in the way, the things that will hold you back. You'll be able to pinpoint all those things. And the fact that you're able to see things on a lower level and be able to avoid them and not do them and watch out for them, when you get to a higher level, you're going to have them shaking in their boots. All right, there's going to be a lot of people who you put in fear. All right, and that's why they have to try to steal your destiny. That's why they have to try to gang stalk you into feeling that there's something wrong with you, and feeling that you need to get checked or help. A lot of people who are targeted, unfortunately, when you go to get checked and get help, they're going to take that as another opportunity to try to play with your mind, depending on what you got going on. That's the best I could put it. All right, it could be like it could be gin, It could be spirit hopping. And that's another thing. Like, really be careful. If you're going to get help and going to talk to someone about these things, make sure you do your own research, so that way you can't be gaslit, or you can't have other people try to advise you to, hey, well, we suggest you should go do this, or hey, well, since you don't know, and you're not privy to these kinds of things, let us handle this for you. Just stay 3 nights here. We just want to observe you and watch over. No, 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 no. All right. You want to make sure that you educate yourselves on these kinds of things by watching videos on my channel, watching videos like this, maybe buying some books on these particular subjects, because you want to, and you also want to learn. You also just want to learn about people. So I mean, pretty much, not to like toot my own horn or anything, but watching my channel will help you do it, because you're looking at somebody who you're looking at someone who avoided a lot. Let's just put it that way. All right, you're looking at someone who avoided a lot, and who was able to keep their mind during a lot of trying times. All right, and I know God plays a huge part in it, but I also know that we play a part in it as well. All right, so it's good to always have God involved in your life when you're going through these kinds of things, but it's also good to have some ways to use your mind, and some ways to feel positively about yourself and your situation, and a positive way to look at yourself and your situation when you're going through these kinds of things, because they know that you can wake people up. They know you're here to wake the people up. They know that you have a higher calling and a higher mission. It's not just motivational speaking. It's not just YouTube content creation. It's not just drawing pictures. Your goal is to get to where you want to get to in life, but God is using you for a higher purpose and a higher calling. Your gift is actually a weapon, and God's going to weaponize it, and He's going to use your gift against certain things, and against certain well, we're not really going to get into that, but God's going to use He's going to use your gift. He's going to use you, and He's going to weaponize you with your gift. So that's why you may find yourself under high level surveillance. And it's like, yo, why the frick does it always seem like somebody's watching me? It's like apartment people, people at the grocery store, people just out in public, period. All right, like, why does it feel like I'm always under some type of surveillance? It's because people can tell. It's like a spiritual thing. They can tell that you're a king. They can tell that you're a warrior. They can tell that you have a high um, they could tell that you have a high level of God in you, and you have a high level of potential to do great things. And that's why the devil has to use them, and you can't be left alone, because you're here to do something greater. You're not just here to make music. You're not just here to get rich and ball out. All right. I didn't say that you're not here for that. I just said you're not just here for that. All right. You're not just here to pop champagne and let it fall on the floor or somebody's face. All right. You're not just here to, chill with your homies. You're not just here to, pay rent every day and pay your light bill and eat, sleep, and, watch movies on the weekend. That's not why you're here. All right. So if you are feeling like you're always being watched, you're always under surveillance, all right, you're supposed to be turning up on your life. You're supposed to be educating yourself. You're supposed to be learning how to defend yourself, learning how to protect yourself, learning how to take care of you and yours. All right, primarily yourself first, then being able to put yourself in a position to help others. But you're supposed to be making sure that whatever is thrown your way, you're going to have the confidence within you, the confidence within you to face any of these kinds of challenges. Because at some point, when you start to not pay attention to them and you start to get to a certain level, they're going to be used to try and make things difficult for you, to where you will end up having to, like, they're going to try to get you caught up into something. All right, because they don't want to see you. They don't like to see people free who can wake other people up, people who can provide a message, and one that people will listen to, people who will have a lot of people magnetate towards them, gravitate towards them. All right, you'll have a lot of people have themselves magnetized. Excuse me, I probably didn't say the right word. I don't think magnetate is a word, but yo, you know what? You know what? Yo, magnetized and gravitized. All right, yo, magnetate, gravitate. All right, with magnetic gravitational pull, baby, that's you. Magnetate. All right. Anyway, you got to keep an eye out, because like, this is why you get mobbed at work. This is why you get mobbed in your neighborhood. This is why people watch you unnecessarily. They know it's only a matter of time before you get to a point in life to where you become so influential that you become what some might say a superstar or something like that. Even if it's just like a neighborhood star or something like that. Any type of fame, any type of stardom, because you're not just going to use it for some type of vanity. You're not just going to use it for just the negative purposes. You're not going to use it to fuel this system. You're actually going to use your gifts because you allow God to weaponize you and your gift. All right, and that's why they're keeping an eye on you, because they want to see how far you're getting, see what they need to do to keep trying to get in the way, see if they can try to prevent it and stop it from happening. So as you get closer and as you start to move up, there are going to be times and places and things to where it seems like you really extremely are being effed with, and you're going to have to get through those times. You're going to have to pray a lot through those times, and you're going to have to know that God is with you through those times, because it's all a test. They see him blessing you, they see him preparing you, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it so you don't end up reaching the point to where you can get what God has for you. All right, that's why he put you here, to get what he needs you to get done, so that way you could wake some people up, you could stir the pot, you could wake up some folks, you can turn some light bulbs on in some minds. All right, that's why your art is here. That's why your clothes are here. That's why your bakery is here. That's why your fashion designing skills are here. That's why God gave you these gifts. Whatever gifts you have, they're going to be weaponized, and they're going to be used for the greater good and for a purpose according to his name and his calling for your life. So it just is what it is. And that's what that's how you have to see it, and this is what you need to know, that there might be there might be some following, there might be some stalking, there might be some people who are trying to cause you to, lose your cool, cause you to get upset, get in fights. Like, these are the things that they'll try to set up, and you'll have to avoid them, and it really will be spirit possession. It'll be the same things happening from different kinds of people that you're going to have to avoid, because they just can't leave you alone. And the fact that you draw people in, you're very magnetic, you magnetize people. You have a gravitational pull about you. And I'm going to be making another video on that soon. But chosen ones, you have a magnetic ability when it comes to people. People gravitate towards you. This is why people can't get enough of you, is because your energy is magnetic. It hypnotizes people, and it makes them want more to do with you than you want to do with them. And I even mean random strangers. So you guys put your magnets in the comment section if you feel me. All right. You're very magnetic. And when you have that type of pull on people, when you have that type of influence on people, and you are standing for the truth, they're going to be attacking you like no other. And you're going to have to be aware that when certain things just keep happening, it seems like certain spirits and certain attacks are coming from left, right, up, down, all around. It's something that you have to realize, that, some of these attacks are because you're about to be used as a weapon. God is elevating you to a higher level. You're going to be used for basically war. You're going to be used for a higher calling, to destroy and to fight against some things that shouldn't be, that are here. So just know that God is love, God is peace, all that. But there's a time for peace and there's a time for war. And your time right now is to stay in peace, because once you get to a certain level, God's going to prepare you and use you for war. But you have to stay peaceful, and you have to allow him to get you to a higher mental state in order for you to win. So that way you can master yourself, master your craft, master and achieve your goals, achieve your dreams. So that way you can get to a point to where not only can you enjoy your life and live your life to the fullest, but God can use you as a weapon, because we're coming into the point in the day and times where God is about to start using us as weapons. Our God is using you. He's put you here. He's gave you this craft. He wants to use you and weaponize you with your skills and your goals and your dreams, to be able to work and do something for him. All right, that's the only reason why you're here, is to work and do something for him. So he's using you. He's weaponized you and your skills. So perfect your skills and perfect honing your peace, and achieve a master-like state of mind, because these individuals are here to monitor you, monitor your spirit, monitor your progress, and to make sure that you, the one, don't become the one. That's the only reason why it's happening. And they're jealous of you because you actually have a human body to do it in. All right, amen. You actually have a human body to do it in, and you can see these things happening spiritually to you each and every day. All right, so you have to realize that you're not just here to watch my channel. You're not just here to watch a chosen one channel and be told that you're a chosen one. You're here to actually do something. You're here to be weaponized. You're here to be used by God and Him to activate your Holy Spirit within you, for you to find out what it is you love to do and get to a point of prosperity, get to a point of riches, get to a point of success, so that way you can have time to think, relax, chill, have peace, and allow God to use you and have your mind be weaponized to fight for Him, for His kingdom, for His glory. So that way, you know, the things that are unjust, the things that are wrong, the things that aren't right, you can allow Him to work through you, all right, to build up His kingdom and to make things better for His chosen people. All right, so said a lot in this video. You know, they're really watching you if you're influential. They're really watching you if you magnetize people. And we're going to do another video similar to this one on this particular topic, but more on the magnetic side of things. All right, but you have a very magnetic spirit. People are magnetized by you, and you leave people hypnotized. All right, that's another title in itself. That's another video in itself. But you leave people hypnotized. People are starstruck by you already. So if you have that type of influence already, and you're here to tell the truth, and you're not here to, you know, you're not here for this BS. You're not here for this matrix. You're not here to be played. All right, you're here to get paid. All right, and you're here to not play charades. All right, so that's really all it is to it. You're here for a higher calling. You're here for a higher purpose. If they know that you can wake up the people and you're influential, and they see that you have a style that draws people in, that magnetizes people to you, they're going to keep an eye on you greater than they will other people. And you're actually going to see these people. These are the people in the movies that were in the Matrix, that were the Agent Smiths with the glasses and the suits on, the ones that they were constantly having to fight. All right, and just like you're like Neo in the Matrix. You constantly have people that you have to fight, because they're trying to get you to a point to where they can trick you out of the job of being able to work for the Most High and do what He selected you to do, and for you to carry out your mission, His goal for your life here on this earth, allowing Him to weaponize you and use you as a tool against the agencies and the wickedness that are going on, and you know, the dark ancient agency of darkness and all these things out here. So that way you can allow Him to work through you, and that way you can allow yourself to be immensely blessed, you know, more than you could ever imagine, just by allowing Him to work through you. And that's pretty much to the point to where you have to get to, that we all have to get to, is that we have to realize that God's working through us. We're not just here to, you know, use our craft and become successful and be great. That's part of it. But what are you becoming successful for? What are you becoming great for? Even though you're working towards your goals and your dreams and your desires, God knows what's in your heart, and He wants to give you everything that you desire and all the things that you would like to experience. All right, as long as they are righteous things. But He wants you to be able to be used as a vessel, to be able to work for Him, to be able to do what's right, be righteous, you know, be the best that you can be for Him, for His glory. And that way He can use you and magnify your story. All right, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Pound the like button, pound the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. It's been another DrewTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.